This is Niger. Nearly 2 times the size of Texas, the country of Niger is one of the hottest countries in the world. Niger is landlocked, meaning there are no bodies of water on its borders, and lies between the countries of Algeria, Benin, Burkina Faso, Chad, Libya, Mali, and Nigeria. It is in the northwestern portion of Africa. Its map coordinates are 16 degrees north and 8 degrees east. 4/5 of Niger is desert in the north, and the remaining 1/5, the country's southern region, being mainly savanna. It is the 22nd largest country in the world in terms of the size of its landmass. Niger is mostly desert, however much of its extreme south is considered tropical. Most of the land in its south consists of sand dunes and flat to rolling plains. There are also hills in the north. The highest point in Niger is found on Ndoukou Ntages, a large mountain located in the Air Mountains. The lowest point is the Niger River. Central Niger is made up of a semi-arid grassland and a transitional land between the Sahara and the grasslands known as the Sahel, an area of land with a 9-month hot and dry season followed by a 3-month wet season. Temperatures year-round range from between 86 degrees Fahrenheit and 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Due to the nature of Niger's climate, the extremely dry weather for most of the year, and the lack of rainfall, it has never been a stranger to droughts. However, from 2005 to 2006, Niger suffered from the worst drought in its history, which resulted in a famine that left 800,000 children foodless and starving, most on the verge of death. The Niger River is in the southwest, which we are seeing right here, and Lake Chad is in the southeast. The Niger River, the country's longest river, flows nearly 2,500 miles in a crescent that runs through Niger, Mali, Guinea, Nigeria, and the Benin frontiers. Benue is the main tributary of the Niger. In addition to this river, the Niger Delta swamp forests are key to the Nigerian habitat. The River Imo creates the Niger Delta swamp forest eastern boundary. Most of this forest is in a permanent waterlogged state. Due to Niger's limited rainfall, thick trees and other types of shrubbery are not found in Niger. Trees such as the shea or karide tree, basque mahogany, baobab, and kapok are all found in Niger. Most of the vegetation found in Niger are herbaceous in nature and are used as food source for Niger's indigenous animals. Niger's natural vegetation is often referred to as Sahelo-Saharan. Sahelo-Saharan often includes some types of cereals, date palms, and domes in the oasis and air chorus regions. Trees like the eucalyptus and flamboyance also thrive there, mostly in the northeastern region of Bilma. In some of the northern highland regions of Niger, cypresses and Lapirian olives also grow. Dense vegetation is located in the Niamey and Sedania area near the south and produce silk cotton trees, tamarind, and shea nut trees. Giraffes, ostriches, gazelles, lions, horned vipers, hippopotamuses, manatees, waterbucks, and warthogs are only a few of the long list of animals that live in Niger. Niger has nearly 136 species of mammals and 529 species of birds. However, like most places in the world, Niger is suffering from the loss of many of its native animals, including the addax, the dama gazelle, the slender horned gazelle, the wild dog, the African elephant, the Barbary sheep, and the West African manatee. It is also suffering from desertification. That was an addax. And next is the African elephant, and then after that is the dama gazelle.
World. The effect is seen starkly in the Sahara Desert, which is growing by the day as water resources go dry and then the land is mismanaged. Niger is one of the countries most vulnerable to desertification. 3/4 of its land is in fact covered by sand. For 4 centuries, the sands of the Sahara Desert have been slowly moving south, stretching right down the continent of Africa. And today, northern Niger only has small pockets of fertile land where the nomad Tuareg people can live their traditional way of life.
Niger had been a colony of France until it obtained its independence in 1960. Due to its prior colonization by the French, French is used as the main language of communication and interaction in Niger. Niger has also taken on an African version of the French currency, the West African CFA franc. However, the national languages, Hausa, are considered the official language along with the less popular Djurma, and the Songhai, Fulani, Tamajok, and Kanuri are all used, depending on the area of the country. The major population groups of Niger share some of the Muslim beliefs and practices. Much of the symbolism used in Islam are integrated into Niger's culture, including attire. Women wear millet stalks, for example, on their blouses. Niger is a republic with a prime minister, currently Ruji Rafani, and a council of ministers. is divided into 7 regions and 1 capital district. The capital of Niger is Niamey, with an estimated 1 million people in it. Niamey is not only the capital, but is the biggest city in Niger in terms of both population and area. The national flag is 3 colors, green, yellow, and orange, which represent the country's 3 separate climate zones. Niger relies heavily on the use of road and air transportation. However, major roadways are still in the process of being built. Currently, there are 6,276 miles of roadway, with only 496 miles of it paved. Niger has some modern communication technology, computers, telephones. However, such technology is not common in homes, and even those families that have such devices have very primitive versions. Niger's main industries are uranium mining, cement, bricks, soap textiles, food processing, chemical creation, and the managing of slaughterhouses. And that's Niger, a land filled with desert and areas of immense beauty.